Okay, it's gonna sound a little bit ridiculous, but yeah, I've changed my graphics once again, and at this point I thought I'd make a video because it's kind of hilarious. I don't know what it is with me and this channel with wanting to change my graphics all the fucking time. Like, I'm just never satisfied. I don't know about you guys, if you get this, if you guys are even remotely artistic, I don't know. But if you are artistic, let me know. Do you get the same thing where you constantly want to change things? It's just one of these things. I just keep changing my banner and my profile, and I've only had my current intro for about a month, I want to say. So it is kind of crazy, but I just wanted to kind of pop in, make a little video about this, just to kind of warn people that this is common on the channel. Now, I do really hope that I don't have to change this one again. I am not going to make any more promises anymore saying, this is the best one and I'll never change it again, because I'll just change it again. Like, it's just bound to happen. But I really do hope I don't, because this is honestly, and when I mean it this time, the most proud I have ever been of a logo in a long time. In a very long time. The one I made before, which was kind of the Toxic Sludge one, I liked it momentarily. I didn't really hate it enough to change it immediately, but I did not like it very much. And I did take a poll at the time. I can't put it on screen because I did kind of clear up my community post, but a bunch of people said it was good, surprisingly, and there was a fair share of people who were saying it wasn't good. So I kind of knew it wasn't good myself, but I thought it was because of just certain tinges and vibrancies to the actual style that I thought kind of carried the overall style of it, if that makes sense. I probably just waffled a load of shit, but basically it looked satisfactory because of some things that redeemed it, but mostly overall I didn't like the way it looked. And this has kind of been a problem with my thumbnails in general. Like with thumbnails, I didn't like over time having to look at the outlined grey and then the outlined white. I think it's too many outlines, to be honest with you. So I'm sticking generally with just the white outlines for objects or characters or anything else on screen, and then with text it will just be like a stroke that goes around the text that will be like either a dark grey if it's a white text, or if it's whatever other colour, it'll be a darker version of that colour but more towards the grey tinge, if you know what I'm trying to say. So that's generally what I'm going with. So I wanted not only to discuss that's kind of what I'm doing in terms of a little touch up with the thumbnails, you might have already noticed that, but it's also something that I've done with the logo and the banner, which will mean this video will have a different outro. Yeah, I did notice as well for a long time as well, the intro did typically have kind of a stuttery look to it, like it wasn't the greatest quality. I don't know why that was, but for some reason the way it exported from my phone's editing software, which I made the intro in because it adds different sort of editing transitions to what I have on my Filmora, which is on my laptop. I think the way it exported or something I did kind of fucked with the resolution. It just didn't look so good. Maybe it was just the effect itself that made the text look that jittery as it came in, but I didn't like the way it looked. I did like how short and simple it was, but I didn't like the overall effect of it. It got boring to look at. And with the outro, I didn't like that I made it so that the sort of the outro template zoomed in and then at the end it came back out, because then it made the overall end screens look like they're not fixated with part of the end of the video, if that makes sense. They look like they were just sort of hovering there awkwardly as the background moves, and you know, the end screens don't, which is something I also noticed. So generally overall, I've changed my banner logo and thumbnail style. Honestly, the thumbnails have got not much to do with this. I just thought I'd throw them in there because it's a little tweak I did to them. But yeah, it's not like I've just changed the logo and banner. I've physically changed my brand logo, so I'm not going with that Toxic Sludge X anymore. It's completely unoriginal. Anyone can get a font open, type an X or any letter they wish, and then do a few liquify filters on Photoshop and then outline it, and that's it. It really didn't look interesting, so I made another brand logo, kind of like the old one I used to have. I made a different one, and I actually love this one. If you can't really tell how it works, it's kind of similar to the other one. You've got the X, The A kind of comes next to the X, it joins in. Then you've got the V below. The second line is the second V, which kind of implies that it's going to join up with the left side of the first V, but it really doesn't. It's kind of like an artistic style, if you couldn't tell. So it's like a double V, and then the O kind of cuts into the V on the side. So it makes a nice kind of like blocky sort of logo, and I tried to squash it as well so it looks really, really nice. I think it looks really cool, so honestly it's probably the best one I've made since previous brand logo that I had. So yeah, let me know, what do you think? New graphics, new thumbnails, do you think it's going to be better? The reason by the way, I take this so seriously is because it is very important, your branding. It really does stand out to people when they come to your channel. It can literally be the difference between someone subbing and not subbing, believe it or not. Yeah, people might want to see interesting content, but when they see a good thumbnail style or enticing branding, people are like, damn, that channel is sexy. I want to sub to that. That's what people think. They might not say that, but you know what I mean. Like, it does generally have a play into things, and it also affects generally the performance that it does in the search results in terms of thumbnails and whatnot. So yeah, and I do kind of want to show off the skill that I have as a 1K channel. I don't want to look like my efforts are subpar. You know, I don't want to give off that I'm not capable of creating good graphics, because I am, and I guess it's just down to the way I sort of visualize it, you know, putting many, many hours into it without actually thinking, shit, I really want to just kind of rush out a different banner style or whatever. Instead, just sitting down and focusing on it really does make a difference, and I want it to reflect. I want my work to reflect in the number of subscribers I have. I don't want to look like I've got graphics of that of a 100 sub channel when I'm at 1K, you know. So anyway, sorry if that was a bit of a ramble, but yeah, so let me know, what do you think? I'll probably have a community post, so head over to the community post whilst that's still up. It probably won't be here if you're watching this in how many months time, but that community post, whilst it's there right now, go check it out. And if it isn't there, then you can comment in this video, that's completely fine. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye guys.